What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter from Panda here. How do you get your lug nuts off? Well, if you want to get your nuts off, hey, you might need this. It's a Cartman. It's a telescoping wrench. It has 4 sockets in a carry bag. I picked this up. It's what we call a tire iron or a lug wrench, depending on your terminology when you grew up. I picked this one up because basically I was trying to get the lug nuts off my car, and there's some corrosion. It's been a long winter. There's salt dust or salt residue and all that, and it kind of makes them really tough. And if you're using kind of the factory automotive included, from the automaker wrenches, they're really small. They're really just kind of metal tubing. And so I wanted to get something that would give me some little more leverage. And this one was pretty inexpensive. We found it on Amazon. First of all, you do have this little vinyl pouch here. It has a little Velcro closure, so it's kind of nice. Everything seems to fit in here. It's not super robust or anything. It's not a high-end piece, but it'll keep everything together. We do have 2 lugs, and they're the reversible lugs. So you can see here that this square end of the wrench will fit in here and plug in, so that you can either have this larger or this smaller lug, right? So you can put it in there. This is pretty typical. It's a way to make your number of pieces smaller, and you can see we have a 13/16 21 millimeter and a 7/8 22 millimeter chrome vanadium here. Same on this side, just a different size, 11/16 17 millimeter and 3/4 19 millimeter. So you have basically kind of your typical sizes, right? And you get 4 of them in 2 lugs. And here is the wrench itself, which is pretty cool. And you can see it's a little hockey stick shape, and it's got nice weight to it. This is all solid bar down here, and it's kinked with the squared off end and a little ball detent, which is nice. This is obviously a 2, but as you might be able to see there, it's really thick, so it's got nice shape and weight to it. And we have a hard rubber with some texturing grip up at the top too, so that'll be helpful if you're gripping this and pushing down. You could probably kick this sucker, which you might have to do. And I'm just trying to see how we retract the sucker, and the answer is there must be some sort of detent, because then if I just push it down, it seems to go back in, and then you pull it out and it kind of holds there. So I think a little ball bearing detent in there too. And when it's fully extended, it's probably almost 2 feet long, which is going to give you a really nice long leverage. I like the fact that this is a 90-degree bend, so when it's attached to the wheel, you have a nice space out here, so you're not going to hit any body work or crush knuckles against the tire. Now, does it work? Let's try it out on some rusty lug nuts. All right, I want to show you how important this is. These lug nuts are really rusted. And now I was actually trying to use this impact gun here. I really like this Kawasaki. I did a review on it. Works great, but it could not get these off. And then I went to the breaker bar that was included with the kit here, and that would not work. So that's why I picked this bad boy up, and I'm hopeful that this sucker will work. I'm going to use all the hardware that it came with. Not sure which one of these it'll fit. That one looks like it's going to fit here. So I'm going to use this and see if I can just break these off, because I couldn't get any of these off with that impact gun. So at least I've got to get them started just a little bit broken. Let's try it as far as possible. And because I am lefty loosening the old stepping on it. All right, finally got it. Didn't want you to have to suffer through me kind of nudging this and persuading it, but finally broke it loose. And sometimes these just take a little while. And I think the nice thing about this thing is that it's actually nice and compact. Like I said, you can compress it like this, and so it can go in your trunk. Because I tell you what, if I were on the side of the road and I didn't have this, and I was only using the tools that I had in the original kit, the problem was I would never get these wheels off. So if you're trying to get a tire fixed or something like that, and you can't count on someone else, you're going to really want to have one of these pieces of kit with you, because man, it makes all the difference. So there we go, another one broken off. And now once they're broken free like that, you can get them off without a problem. So really impressed with this. I'll put a link to this one in the description below if you want one. Peter from Panda out.